Fine, children. So in the last week we have completed that lesson, early civilizations. All that we have completed. So we have learnt about all the Sumerians, Babylonians, Assyrians, and everybody we have learnt. Finally, we have ended with, we have completed with Indus Valley civilization. Children, you will be getting your marks from today afternoon itself. Okay, so papers are corrected. It will be sent according to your mail. Then in case if you don't get your mail, that we will discuss it in tomorrow's class. I will ask you who did not get your marks. So that time you can tell, because sometimes the paper can be, that is mail system will accept that delivery. Sometimes it will not go. So that will be clarified tomorrow. Don't ask about your marks today. It will be sent to you according to your mail ID, whatever you have given. Fine, children. So we have completed that lesson. And before I start the next class, I will tell you the portions for your next cycle test so that you can be ready. You can start preparing for your next cycle test. So for the first cycle test, you have written your geography 1 and 2 lesson. This time for your cycle test 2, you will be having your exam on history lesson 1 and 2. Okay, history lesson 1 and 2. So both are completed. In very shortly today, you will be getting your notes. If you have not got it, that I don't know. Just I have told you the portion. So anytime you have to get ready, you have to start preparing for it. When is the cycle test? I don't know. But I have told you the first lesson and the second lesson in history part, that is evolution of humans and society, prehistoric period and ancient civilizations. You have to start preparing everything, objective, 2 mark question, detail answers. So everything you have to start preparing. Fine, children. So today we will be starting another lesson, because you know very well we have lot of lessons. So we start from the civic side. Okay, so we have started 2 lessons and completed geography, history part completed. So today we are going to start from the geography side. Okay, geography lesson, which is about the forms of government and democracy. Okay, which is about the forms of government and democracy. So which is very important to know. What is the lesson name? It is civics lesson 1, forms of government and democracy. Okay, so before we start with the lesson, we have to know about what is government, what is a democracy. Okay, what is government and what is a democracy? What is government? It is a system of social control under which the right to make laws and the right to enforce them and is given to a particular group in society. Government power can be held by one individual, a few, or a majority, which means it is a system, okay, where they have control over everything. Because imagine people are left free without having any head to control over them. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Okay. So just to relate it to the class also, if a class is left without monitor, how it will be? If a class is left without a teacher, how it will be? The same way, if a society is left without the government, the society or the people cannot live a proper life. Even at that time itself, when civilization began, or even during the early man ages itself, they had the head for each and every group. Why? If a head is there only, the group will listen to them and they do their work properly according to some rules whichever framed by the head of the group. Same way here, government is also needed to have the social control. They make laws, they enforce the laws, they check whether the laws are executed, whether everybody are following the laws. If anybody is not following the laws, then they will be given punishment, a fine, whatever it is, in order to check their, okay, wrongness. Same way, government power can be held by one individual, a few, or a majority. Okay, so government power can be by one individual. It may be one individual can take the power, or two, or few, or sometimes a majority of the people. That is a group of the people can take over the in charge. Yes. So let us see the next one. So these governments are in different forms. Okay, these government are in different forms. We cannot say there is only one type of government followed all over the world. Each country has their own way of government. Okay, so the basic law determining the form of government is called the constitution. Whatever it is, some basic laws are framed by the group of people, and that has to be followed by everyone, the leader, the government, or the group of people, or the people, whoever it is. Everybody should follow that. So that set of written rules are called what? Constitutions. That set of written rules are called what? Constitution. Okay, it may be written as in United States. So United States also has a written constitution like India, or largely unwritten as in Great Britain. Great Britain also has the longest constitution, but it is not written. They just say orally these are the rules they have to follow, but it is not in the written form. Whereas US, if you take India, if you take everything in the written form. Written form means we are not going to sit and write everything. It is in the form of book. It is in the form of record. Okay. So let us see the forms of government. So you have, these are the type forms of government, means the different types of government. You have autocracy type of government, republic form of government, monarchy form of government, oligarchy form of government, democracy, dictatorship. So these are the few forms of government where I have told you. So let us discuss about what it is now. Okay, so these are the different forms of government: aristocracy, monarchy, autocracy, oligarchy, theocracy, democracy, republic. So let us see one more time: aristocracy, monarchy, autocracy, oligarchy, theocracy, democracy, republic. Fine. So these are the different forms of government you are going to learn in this lesson. Let us see what is aristocracy. Aristocracy, it is a form of government in which power is in the hands of small privileged ruling class. That is, those people who are called nobles. Okay, it is a hereditary rule. Hereditary rule means parambara parambaraya. After the father, son, so son takes in charge, then the next generation. So it comes as like hereditary. Example, the countries which follow this aristocracy form of government is UK, United Kingdom, and Spain. Okay, small privileged class, that is, in a king's family, they have different relations. All those relations together, they control the society. Okay, they will be the head of the society. They are considered as the kings and queens of the society. That is why they are called as the privileged class, the nobles. Okay, small privileged class. Next one, monarchy. Monarchy you would have heard many times. It is the king's rule. It is the king's rule, but single king. But here, single king. It is a form of government in which the ruling power is in the hands of a single person. Most monarchies have been ruled. Okay, most monarchies have been ruled by kings, usually with the help of a council of advisors. Advisors means in their court. Arasavai we say. Court means not the Supreme Court or High Court. At that time, where the meeting is held, or where the kings and the other ministers meet and the people can meet the kings and queens, That place is called what? Court, which is called as Arasavai in Tamil. There, these kings used to have some advisors. Okay, because many times king may be in confusion. In order to take a decision, he is in need of some advice. So advisors were appointed by the kings. The word monarchy, which comes from the Greek terms, that is monos, means single. Okay, and archean means rule, single rule. The countries which follow the monarchy form of government is Bhutan, Oman, and Qatar. Even there are countries, but few examples are given for your understanding. Bhutan, Oman, and Qatar. Next one, autocracy. Okay, auto means it's not auto. Autocracy means one person is the leader over there. So that ruler has the total power all the people, over all the people and most aspects of their life. That person only will decide about how the people can lead their life. And this leader is also called as dictator. Okay, because with the help of the military power, without the permission of the people, he can do anything. Okay, these citizens, whoever were under him, they have very few rights and very few freedom. Because it's like a dictatorship rule only. Whatever the person say, the people have to do it. Okay, everything under the control of the single person. This is called autocracy. So examples of autocracy: North Korea, Syria, Kazakhstan. North Korea, Syria, Kazakhstan. You can see the picture also here. So he is a person who is ordering him to bend and worship him or give something. So he is doing that same way the people were also treated. Whatever he says, without the permission of the people, he do anything, but with the help of the military support. He has lot of military support. Next one, oligarchy. Oligarchy is a small group holds power and they often suppress opposition. A small group has the power, but they don't like the opposition. No opposite parties. Okay, how they form the group? By using their wealth, military position, social position, religious position. Their power comes from wealth, military position, social position, and religious position. So examples: former Soviet Union, China, Venezuela, North Korea. Former Soviet Union, China, Venezuela, and North Korea. These are the countries have the oligarchy form of government. That is, the power is in the hands of a small group. Okay, power is in the hands of a small group of people. Next one, theocracy. Here, theocracy is controlled by one or more religious leaders. Religious control. Okay, this is otherwise called as what? Religious control. The rulers respond to divine guidance. The best example for this theocracy is Vatican City, where Pope, So Pope will be considered as a leader for that community in the Vatican City Christian group of people. So this is like a religious, based on the religion. So this is called theocracy. Theocracy. Because this government is headed by a priest who rules in the name of the God or proclaims he made himself as God. So whatever the God says, the people have to listen. This is called what? Theocracy. Next one, republican form of government. Okay, this republican form of government, citizens have the power to govern. That is, citizens have the right to vote. Power to govern means they are not going to sit on the chair and rule over the country. They have the power to govern. Okay, so they delegate or entrust their powers to the leaders because they elect their representatives on behalf of them and they make them to work for the people. So it is all for the common good. It is all for the common good. And republican form of government in which power is explicitly vested in the people. Who has the power? People has the power. So they in turn elect their representatives and the country will be governed by the representatives. Okay, so example India, Australia. India, Australia, republican form of government. So democracy also, same thing. It is a system of government in which eligible members in the population vote. Eligible members in the population means everybody cannot vote. You cannot vote because you are lesser than 18 years of age. Eligibility means whoever has attained the age of 18, whoever is above the age of 18, they can cast their vote and elect their representatives. So the elected representatives and the party or individual who obtains a majority votes forms the government. Whoever wins the election, they form the government. This is called democracy. Okay, this is called what? Democracy. So the countries which follow the democratic form of government is India, USA, France. So India's name is both Republican and democracy because we have the Republican and democratic form of government. In the democracy, people are given rights to vote. There also, here the majority wins and form the government. Okay. So democracy, it is a form of government which allows the people to choose their representatives. Okay. So whichever the leaders are elected by the people, they only can govern the country. And the people here have lot of freedom. They have lot of rights according to the constitution. Okay, right to freedom, right to express their views, right to organize. They have the freedom to protest. They have the right to vote, and so many rights they have. People have lot of rights in democracy. Let us see the features of democracy. Here you can see in the features equality. So nobody is treated as like in equal way. All are given equal opportunities in the democracy according to the constitution. So equality, individual freedom, free elections, that is elections are conducted, political participation, majority rule means who wins the election they rule, popular representation, limited government, peaceful change of government, free press has the right to do, then judiciary independence. All these are the features of democracy. All these are the features of democracy. Fine, children? So all that whatever we discussed now, discuss that only. The previous slide is like voting. Then whoever is selected, they form the government. Okay, and even the people have the power to remove the representative if they are not functioning his duty properly. If the government is not doing their work properly, then the people have the power to dissolve the government also, but there are various steps involved in doing the dissolve. According to Abraham Lincoln, the democracy means, okay, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Abraham Lincoln, he was one of the greatest president of USA, defined democracy as government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, children, hope you have understood what is a democracy. These are all the features of democracy. The rulers are elected by the people. The major decisions are taken by the elected leaders. Free and fair elections are conducted, and the elections are conducted at regular intervals, that is once in 5 years or once in 6 years or something. Then one person, one vote, one value. One person has only one time to vote, and it has only one value. Okay, then this democracy has some rule of law, and even the respect of rights. These are all the features of democracy. Okay, children, I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So let us continue. Why do we need a democracy? Here arguments in support of democracy, it is more accountable form of government because whatever they do, it is more accountable. They have to have records of everything. Whatever they do, it has to be equally distributed. Okay, so it improves the quality of decision making also. People participate in the decision making, they have to do the quality decision making. So it improves one time to the other time. And not only that, they also deal with the differences and conflicts which happens in the society. And even it allows the the people whoever do the crime, they can correct their mistake. It gives a chance for the people, and it is the better form of government. A democratic form of government is the better form of government. Even we can say it is the best form of government compared to the other forms of government. So evolution means when this democratic form of government started, it started before 2500 years. Okay, where it started in the states of ancient Greece, Athens. Okay, in Athens city in the Greece, ancient Greece. Okay, and here these democratic institutions existed in India as early as the Vedic period. During the Vedic period also we had the democratic form of government, this form of government, not with these kind of officials, like they had their own way. So what is there is during the Vedic period also we had the democratic form of government. Even a book which was written by Chanakya, that is Arthasastra, it is an autonomous village. Community was the basic unit of the local government. So in his book also, this line tells us about the democratic form of government where the community is given importance. Community means what? The group of people who lives there in the society. So community is given importance. People are given importance. So where it is given, the proof is given in Chanakya's Arthasastra. Arthasastra was a book written by Chanakya. And even during the Chola period also, that is in ancient Tamil Nadu, we followed the Kudavolai system, where a part is placed over there. Whoever wanted to be selected as the king, what the people will do, they write on the palm leaf and put it inside the pot. Then after that, they will count the number of votes. Okay, whatever is inside there in the pot. This is called what? Kudavolai system. So even during the Chola period also this kind of system was followed. So these are all the proofs which tells us that the democratic form of government started very earlier. Okay, first it was started in Athens, Greece, which was about 2500 years ago. Even democracies also, we have different types: direct democracy and indirect democracy. In direct democracy, people themselves make laws and parliament directly in the functioning of the government. Okay, decisions are taken on the base of the majority of the opinion. Directly the people will give the opinion over there. Okay, people's opinion will be taken, all these will be there. So according to the opinion, decisions will be taken. This direct democracies are suitable for these small countries, not like India, because it has a lot of population, it has a lot of districts and states. So it is not possible to have this kind of direct democracy in a country like India. But okay, we follow the direct democratic form of government only. Okay, so it is possible also. Why the examples are given is, it is given according to the definition, it is given that it is not possible for the bigger countries, it is possible only for the small countries. Then only all the place will be under the control of that administration. For that only it is given. See, you can see here it is suitable for the geographically small countries with a less population. Example, ancient Greek, Rome and India. Modern period, now Switzerland also added to that. India is added there because we have divided the government into central government and state government. So each state has its own government. Now the population is divided among themselves. So that is why direct democracy is possible in India. Okay. So it is indirect democracy. In the modern world, most of the countries are following the indirect democracy. That is, the people are elected by the representatives. Even this indirect democracy also applied to India. That is why we say that it is a republican form of government and it is a democratic form of government. Okay, on behalf of all the people, representatives are elected. These representatives in turn elect the members for, okay, the parliament. And the other president, these people are elected by the representatives, whoever were elected by the people. Okay, so examples are India, France and USA. So these are all some of the advantages of democracy. That's what we have seen already. Responsible and accountable government, equality and fraternity is maintained. Okay, common people also have some responsibility. That is, the duties are given to the common people. We have the local self-government also. Each district, each village has its own administration. Development and prosperity for all. Whatever decisions are taken, it is all for the overall development of the country and the prosperity for all. Okay, popular sovereignty, because the religions are given equal importance, and sense of cooperation and fraternal feeling. Even though we have different religions in our country, we live in the same country and we behave like the brotherhood relationship only. So all these are maintained in the democratic form of government. Indirect democracy is, demerits of democracy is, it is indirect or representative nature of democracy. Okay, and lack of interest in democratic process and hence lower turnout in elections. Some people lost because of some political parties and some of the people, some of the leaders, people lost their interest in casting their votes. So slowly it is also becoming lower now. Okay, and even sometimes they take a long time to take some decision, because we have to ask this group, we have to ask that group. So this is the way they take a lot of time in even doing the decision making. Fine, children. So till that we have seen. The other things we will see in the next class. Fine. So that's it, children. Thank you all. We will meet in the next class.